Hello, my name is Obuobia Darko-Opoku, and I welcome you to another edition of Pause4three Reloaded, my 30-minute Saturday morning discussion. We are coming to you by the kind courtesy of FlexiPay, Endless Possibilities. You can join me on Facebook at Pause4three and on YouTube at Pause4three TV for my motivational presentations every Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m. and Pause4three Reloaded on Saturdays at 8 a.m. In the next 30 minutes, I will be hosting my friend, Nana Ama McBrown, and we will be discussing why we should not lose hope, no matter how daunting our current situation is. Before I bring Nana Ama on, remember my message: learn to rise above all forms of adversity and keep a smiling face. Never mind the stormy predicament you find yourself in. Look to the future with great optimism. We are all human and have some bitter experiences, but be assured that no condition, and I mean no condition, is permanent, and we cannot afford to lose hope and throw our hands up in despair. My guest is a well-known actress, TV show hostess, and a mother. She's been married for a few years, and like someone watching us now, she only had her first baby a few months ago. The beautiful story of my guest is that she never lost hope, despite the challenges, the societal pressures, and even the mockery, sometimes by her close friends. I want to talk to her about her resilience and how she managed to remain positive, focused, and determined. She remained her bubbly self and a delight to be with. Nana Ama, congratulations and welcome to Pause4three Reloaded.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy to see you.
I am so honored to be here.
Many people would have lost hope in themselves long ago. How did you do it?
Well, Obuobia, it has not been easy. But you see, as a society will see this, they see like as a woman growing up or as a lady, the moment you get to cross the 30 years, you have a lot of answers, or you should be able to give them a lot of answers. They give you the questions without thinking about how you feel, without knowing nothing about what you're going through, and they just come up and ask many questions. How did I do it?
You did it so well. I want you to tell me about it.
I think in all, it is God, because I didn't think that I'm going to have my baby that easy. I'm going to have a child just when I wasn't expecting it. It got to a point in time that I had to forget that I'm trying to have a baby, because it was more like my only problem, and people are just waiting for me to give them the answers. Yet they get to forget that waiting or having a baby, or it's a blessing that no matter what you have, if God doesn't say, go ahead and say that this is your moment, you will go around, around, and around. It got to a time in my life I had to forget that I don't have a child, and leave and wake up in the morning, feel like I'm alive, and move on. It got to a time I had to be in my room and cry. It got to time my husband would say lots of words to me, and I seem not to have anything in my mind other than what I am praying or crying for. I know a lot of people are going through what I went through, but I just want to tell them that it is their fight between them and God. Husbands comes in with a support, but to tell you the truth, you are the only person who knows what you are going through. So sometimes I just sit down and I talk to God and I tell him that I'm still waiting. Aside that, you also need to speak to yourself in your special moment when you're alone. bring yourself, your body to life like opposite you and speak to yourself. Else, society will let you go crazy.
Exactly. But at what point in time did you make up your mind not to be troubled about what is going on out there? Because I know that many people have thrown a lot of things at you. I'm just thinking that how did you develop that shock absorber that you used, and eventually you didn't, you simply could not be bothered?
Yes, because it got to a time I just had to know that it is my fight. How I did it, you know, let me just bring it personal. Because I was blaming myself so many times that why am I not having a baby? Even before marriage, I was blaming myself that without a man I can take care of my baby and I want to have a baby. I did a lot of treatment. You see, can I speak small?
Please, go ahead.
You see, if a baby say,
Yeah.
my baby 6 times.
Whoa.
And the people who've done that, every woman who's gone through that small surgery, I would say, knows the pain that comes after. It got to a time I told myself I will not do it again.
And you did it for 6 months?
6 times. That was the key that helped me open a lot of doors in my mind, as in speak to my own self. Because after doing all that treatment, I realized that I just need to relax. I need to relax. And then I got my husband, as in...
You got married?
We got married. And that is where I realized that pressure is real. It's real because when you're not married, the question comes, but it's well packaged. But when you marry...
And the pregnancy is not coming.
The pregnancy is not coming. Not only from the opposite family, that is your husband's family, but then
from
your own family, because they're scared for you.
Yeah.
They're scared that, hey, Echa, the man will find another person. Oh, your husband has 2 kids already. You are okay. And then you realize that the opposite family too is also coming in.
They want one of their own.
Oh, when are we having a pretty girl like you? Look at how beautiful Bisa.
Exactly, but many people will come and say that because you're so beautiful, because they want to see how pretty your daughter or your son will be. Yeah. And they simply do not realize that it puts pressure on you.
They don't even know that as a woman, and at that age, you also want to feel.
Exactly, so it's not your fault.
It is not your fault. You also want to be called a mother, not only to be called, but you also want to have that experience of
childbirth and looking after your child.
You see, I can imagine when I was pregnant. I love it when my husband is out of the house, so that I could express the way I feel. I could just sit in front of my mirror and try to push in my belly, thinking that I would just want to see my stomach there. When I was like 2 months, every morning I go to my bathroom and, oh God, you're free, and then gradually till I was like 6 months.
Did you have fears whilst you're going through the months?
Fear? Oh, is there any word that can
Another word.
The moment I was told I was pregnant at the hospital, I drove myself to the hospital because I'd done the treatment, so it was like I was expecting the everyday answer. Oh, we're sorry, let's try again.
Yeah.
So I went feeling so sad already till when I was told I was pregnant. And yet I couldn't believe. I had tears. I didn't know whether to smile. I didn't know whether to cry. I got down. I drove myself to the hospital. I got down to the car and I didn't want to drive because I don't know what can happen.
That feeling.
That very moment. People know that I drive, but I took more than an hour to get to my house, which normally takes like 15 minutes. I was just, any horn, Mr. Besenko, Ubomi horn, Mr. Besenko, where then, Mr. Besenko. I had fear. 1 month, I had fear. 2 months, I had fear. 3 months, every day waking up in the morning, I would look down and see as usual, if there's no blood.
Exactly.
Any little pain, I will call my doctor. And the only thing I said to myself is, God, I didn't plan for this. I wasn't even expecting it. If you have given me, please help me keep this testimony. You've done a lot, and people don't see that. This is what it looks like. They are blaming you. And people, do you know what somebody told me? They told me, hey, Nana, why are you power? I said, we do buy aquajifi. Me baby aquajifi.
So, and that's why you're not having babies, because...
The IAS changed for free.
And the person told you in your face?
Yes, say. And I saw the mechanism. I go, so you can't bless anybody. You can't bless poor Nana Ama McBrown from Kwadaso, from nowhere. I grew up in an uncompleted building. That girl, if you remember that girl, can't she be blessed? Can't she be on TV? Why? She doesn't deserve that.
You had to exchange your baby for that.
So you see what they are asking me in God. What is the answer? So when I was told I was pregnant, I remembered all these things. I said, so in 9 months, are they going to see me with a baby? Are they going to see my stomach? You see, I had a lot of, I said, God, I want them to see me pregnant. Me, if you permit me, I will video my labor. I will video
put it out there.
And put it out there.
Just for them to see
that you are still God. You know? The things I went through. Obi. The things I went through, Obi. Friends, family, people that you share your problems. There are some things you don't even want your husband to know.
But you can talk to them about
but
it.
You want to talk. I told a friend of mine, I've not done abortion before. I have not. I'm saying it on TV. I've not done abortion before. And yet I've not exchanged my womb
having a baby with fame.
I've not done that. This is what people are telling me. Okay, I remember I escorted my friend and I started judging myself.
Of course.
I escorted somebody to do abortion. Oh, I escorted this person. God, I didn't give the person money. I only escorted the person there. Are you blaming me? Are you judging me?
So you begin to ask yourself a lot of questions.
So when somebody asks me that, I go back to him and say, God, when are they going to stop this asking me this question? So if you have blessed me, if you've given me that grace, complete my story and give me one. I wasn't selective. I didn't even ask for a boy or a girl.
You just wanted that one.
Whether boy or girl, let the world know that you are still God.
But would having a baby, would it have changed your story in any way? Or just that you wanted to please society because you didn't want them to see you as a barren woman?
Okay, at the end of the day, when you have a baby, who is it for? It is yours. Forever.
But you didn't have that problem. You had married a husband who had 2 kids already. You could own them, make them yours, and go ahead with your life.
They are mine. Yes. They are mine.
Yeah, so what made...
I met my husband, the kids were 3 and 4. Now they are 10 and 11.
You've done so well with them. So why did you get bothered about what people were saying?
I'm human. I'm also feeling like I deserve one. Even though sometimes you're human, you wouldn't want to listen to them. But believe you me, when you get to your closed doors, it's like reflection, playback. Especially when that person calls you or you meet or you get to hear a name. You are human, it will happen to you. And as a woman, I think every woman wants to have her own child. No, some may not be bold to say, oh, my husband has 2 days, but inside you want your own. The feeling of, hey, first day my baby cake. I sat on the bed the whole night. I was waiting for the next cake. I was on the bed. I said, hey, you see, I'm waiting if you come here. Hey, I had video phone waiting for the cake.
Has it changed you in any way?
It has.
What has it done to you?
I have come to believe that God is still God. I have come to believe that no condition is permanent. I have come to believe that no matter what you are going through, remember that tomorrow your story will be changed.
Now you know that it's been worthwhile, worth the wait.
It is.
And in God's own time, He makes all things beautiful.
I just want to tell everybody watching that God has not forgotten about anybody. I think if I had a baby maybe 10 years ago, I wouldn't have had this life
Exactly.
I'm living now. If I had a baby 2 years ago, I still wouldn't have known what I might be going through now. And if I had
baby at that time,
my baby would have been, but then what would
what would be the story? How would it have impacted on another life?
You know, and I want to tell everybody watching that when the time is right, when God's time is right, it comes with so much grace that my baby has been a blessing. Within 6 months, she's 6 months now. If I should tell you the doors that I would say she has opened for me, because God, I believe intentional, God intentionally delayed just to bless me, just to have all these doors.
So God's timing has been good to you.
God's timing, as they say, is always the best. And to me, this is the best time in my life.
I want you to tell me, or for that person who's watching us out there, how that person should be positive about a situation like yours. How are you able to use your story to motivate other women out there? Many people are struggling.
It is very easy to be positive, and that will depend on yourself. Because if you are in a situation like that and you don't take care, you end up being miserable the whole day. You see how it feels when you drive your Range Rover, exactly, and then you're in traffic and then you see Hawker with a baby behind, and there's traffic. You see, you have time to observe the baby and the mother under the sun, and then you want to just take away the baby. And it feels like it is not that easy. This is not like a kekro you can buy on the street, and you drive throughout the day thinking,
when am I going to have mine?
You know, I had a feeling, and that is what I want everybody watching to have, that it may take long, but surely you shall be a mother, or you shall be a winner. I had a feeling long ago that I will have a baby.
And that's why you never gave up?
I had that feeling. I prayed to God. I said, God, I know you've not forsaken me. I know you're waiting to make my story a better one to motivate somebody in the same situation. And I just want everybody watching to have that feeling, that mindset that I am 40. I had my baby when I was 41. My 42th birthday, I look at my baby and I feel like life is like
life is complete.
Complete. They say it begins at 40. My own, just after 2 years,
it's complete.
It's complete. I want everybody to know that God is there, but you also need to seek some help.
Seek medical help.
Because if I should tell you the number of years I have been wanting to have a baby, and the number of the treatments, many hospitals I've been in, from Kumasi, here in Accra, about 5, 6, 7 hospitals. From here to here, I'll be here for a year, for 2 years. I'd have to go to another person.
So that means you never gave up so far as the treatments were concerned?
I never gave up whilst I was still praying. And one thing I will also say that in times like this, we need support from every angle.
And that's where I was coming to. I wanted to talk about your husband. I'm sure that he's a young one. He goes out there. He has friends who keep asking questions. All these slay queens on our street will come and give him promises about how they will be able to give him babies and stuff like that. And I'm sure that he was so sure that one day you give him that adorable daughter. How did he go about it?
You know, my husband knew I have that problem way before he came into my life.
Okay.
And I do remember our first kind of romantic meeting. He mentioned that. He was like, I am the only child of my mom. I have 2 kids. I like you. If you like me too, we can work it together. And then, if possible, and we have 1 or 2 kids, we can. I was like, why am I ready? I'm not ready. He said, okay, I know you are ready, but it's just not coming.
So he already knew.
So he already said, why? Therefore, I just want you to know that I'm ready for you. And from that word go, I knew that I can trust him. And I could trust him. So I gave him that opportunity to be closer
to you.
And that's how the relationship started. And he has been so supportive. If I should tell you, or if women going through this situation tells you how they stress their husband in and out, appointment, take this
hospital
medication,
here and there.
help me. Somebody who has 2 kids already, someone say, he doesn't need
Why
it.
does he have to go through that
And
hassle?
you always tell Yama, truly, if you ask me, I wouldn't want to have another baby. But I want us
to have one.
One
of our own.
One of our own. And I will take this opportunity to say thank you to him. And I don't know what else to say.
Our husband, we thank you.
He has been there. The pressure from outside. And basically, it's marriage. I remember they will step out.
Of course.
And since they know the difference, they do know. They will go and they will come. Because they know the difference.
The side issues,
forget the side issues.
Yeah, once a while. But
because I've told myself that he's been there for me throughout the accident. If I should tell you the surgeries I've done concerning this baby, and he's always there.
So finally, our princess has arrived. 6 months on Earth.
My good year.
And then I see that every now and then I see photos of you, and I'm like, listen, this smile will never go away.
You know? Oh no, this smile will never
go away.
It will never, in Jesus'
name. Amen.
My baby is here to stay.
Amen. So what's the way forward?
The way forward is at the same time, I promise to be a very good mother. I'm doing my best at the moment. I promise to bring her up, make sure the things that I never had, the good things I never had, I'm going to work hard.
She's going to enjoy it.
For her to enjoy. And the other brothers, their brother and sister.
So now you have 3 kids?
I have 4.
4, okay. I just want to ask you, is there a possibility that you're going to use your situation to motivate other women out there? Do you have plans for that? Yes,
I do, because one, I have a lot of platform to talk to other women, like I'm doing right now on your platform here. It's open. It's not a secret that this is what I went through.
Exactly.
And this is how far God has brought me. And that is, it is to motivate you to know that your situation is not permanent, and that tomorrow you will have a better story to tell, and then you'll be happy as I am. You know
that there are many women who simply throw their hands up in despair and think that, listen, this is it. I'm over 40, nothing's going to happen and all.
Can I say something? When I got pregnant, I have this auntie I respect her, love, that kind of person that you look up to. Yeah, you run to when there are difficulties.
Issues and stuff.
She's been married for 30 years. This July was her 30th anniversary. And that was when she was also celebrating 2 months of her baby.
Wow. After 30 years.
After 30 years. When I got pregnant, she called me and said, Nana Ama,
Wow.
30 years
she
of
tapped
marriage.
Into your blessing.
As some of us say, Nana, so when you dear, oh, when you miss so many. As I
just
speak,
that.
wow, twins.
Can you imagine?
2 boys. And she calls me every morning, just singing. And then I also have to play the auto part. She'll be singing tenor, and I'll be singing auto. Because we're singing, or we're basically singing the same song.
Exactly.
And I know a lot of women are
30 years?
0. This July was her 30th.
We serve an awesome God.
God, I'm a Christian, I'm a born again now. Because I feel like I've come to believe in God the more. Because I feel like God is the center of my life now. I'm a show business where I may wear red hair or but within me and my principle, God is the center. And lots of women going through this, God should be their friend, their husbands, their mothers. They should speak to God, talk to God more than
they talk to friends. I call them friend enemies.
After talking to them, no. You know, I used to have a dog. I always carried it. The dog is always with me in my car when I'm going to Kumasi because I was scared of friends.
So the dog was your friend?
The dog, we see my call.
And the dog was a better friend?
A better friend. One can't Robia. You take me call. Nobody will know.
You say whatever you want.
No. But if you have human being, the next day your
the stories out there
are different out there.
Okay.
And I do remember one day somebody told me, hey, now also there, on power will be more. Now I told you, I never come this.
And they say it without thinking.
It was just after a lovely conversation, we sat down.
And that's how the person ended.
And I gave the dog the chicken, and we went. Okay, the next person, on power will be more. You're feeding a dog, buying chicken for a dog. And you said...
Just before we end this discussion, how do you think that such people should be treated? Many people who we confide in, many people that we trust, many people that we look up to, they are the same ones who turn around and then tell the next person about what you're going through.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you think that that person is your friend, your confidant.
And that is where we are human, we fall short. But if you are aware of such friends and you still keep them, that means you want to have more problem. Because if I feel like I cannot stay here with Obuobia, Nana Ama, and then the moment you leave, I want to talk behind you.
You pick the phone and call the next person.
Unfortunately, you can't do much. Bible say, yes, so it is good that God will open your eyes for you to see such friends. And then, if you're able to see, you should be able to draw the line that, Obuobia, I will see, hello, how is work? But I will not tell you, I've gone to see the doctor.
What's happening in my life?
Again.
So you should know your limits so far as your friends are concerned.
You need those people sometime so that they see the blessing. If they don't laugh, if they don't mock you, how are they going to feel when you are blessed? Exactly. They should mock you and then they get to see the glory of God.
So they help you to write your story.
That is the point. You know, so I know a lot of them. I still speak to them. And they seem to have nothing better to tell me now. Oh, yeah, I'll celebrate with you.
No, they can't come.
Oh, we need time. Oh, baby, what to say? And the moment you realize that the smile is just off here.
So many times I tell people that instead of you going to your friends and discussing exactly what you're going through, your situation, you should always go on your knees, pray to your God. You can confide in your God. He's the best friend that you need so far as your life is concerned. Thank you very much, Nana Ama, for joining me on Pause4three Reloaded. Nana Ama is an actress and a popular TV show hostess. And thank you to my viewers for your time this morning. Pause4three is sponsored by FlexiPay Endless Possibilities and produced by the Event PR company. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel Pause4three TV and follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Pause4three and enjoy my presentations. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much for having me.